A big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video, but more on that later.
So I was coming down to the coop to get eggs and I heard this really awful sound. And I looked over and like 10 feet away from me was a fox with one of our chickens in its mouth.
Good girl, Freya, good girl.
And I like screamed at the fox. It kind of like didn't seem that scared. And then finally it ran away. And it took me a little while to figure out exactly what had gone down, but it looks like we lost 3 chickens, all roosters actually, and 1 hen that I was able to rescue. And she's in the coop now. She's kind of injured, but these chickens we have are just incredibly resilient little creatures. I've grown like very, very fond of them. And I think the hen is gonna be fine. It limps a little bit, but I feel like it might make a full recovery. We'll see as the days go by. But the entire incident has me thinking that we need to improve our fencing. We originally moved the coop down the hill away from our shipping containers because this is the only place on the property with running water. And it's been so cold this winter that when I refill the water, it freezes within like an hour of being filled, and the chickens just seem like they're always thirsty. So this right here is the spring water, and this is the entire reason that we have our coop here, because having unlimited, fresh, clean, always flowing water for chickens is honestly kind of life-changing. I feel like I don't ever want to have a coop that doesn't have a system like this, because that's like the main chore in keeping chickens is giving them fresh water. And with this little system, you literally never have to. So I'm gonna do everything I can to keep the chickens near spring water.
How cool is this? Look, the spring water is melting the snow, but the hose is actually under the snow and it's being insulated by the snow. And I think that's part of the reason that it's not freezing is we have like 1,000 feet of line underground, basically under the snow. I think this is like the way an igloo works, but most of the line is fully buried all the way to the springs, which are on that ridge over there.
So this right here is our fencing. And in the summer, I thought this stuff was working pretty well because it has electricity from a solar powered battery, and it gives you a little bit of a shock. It's like not extremely painful, but pretty unpleasant. And I feel like between this and Freya, the chickens were actually pretty safe in our meadow. The only real predator threat was the hawks. And these chickens are so smart. When they see a hawk coming, they all run under the coop. But in the winter, this is basically decorative. The only thing it accomplishes is keeping the chickens close to their coop, which I think at this point in time they would do naturally. So I feel like we need an upgrade.
Want to unroll the whole thing?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Now what are we doing?
got the fence installed. The chickens seem very happy and safe for now. But as I was driving away to go get lunch, I literally saw the fox in the forest, like 50 yards from here. And he was basically just waiting for me to leave. And I'm thinking that the bottom of the fence is not secure enough. I feel like he's just gonna crawl right under there. There's really no way to bury it right now because the snow is frozen solid as like a sheet of ice. So I'm thinking what I need to do is go up the hill and get the tractor. Sadly, the tractor is stuck in a ditch. I've been testing some new screw-in studs on the tires and trying to plow our driveway. And I got it stuck a couple times, and this time it's really, really stuck. The first time it was pretty easy to rescue. The second time, I think it's going to be significantly more challenging. But what I need to do is rescue the tractor, pull it out with the 4Runner, and bring it down here, plow a nice big pile of like powdery snow that I can actually shovel around the base of the fence. And then we're just gonna pray for a freeze-thaw cycle sometime soon. And all of that snow should turn to solid ice pretty quickly.
Use those muscles. Woohoo! He's doing it.
Look at that.
What do you see, Mac?
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
So we lucked out and got like 3 or 4 inches of really powdery light snow last night. So I'm just gonna shovel that all around the base of the fence today. And then we should be in pretty good shape. And then I think I might build some sort of makeshift door. That's like the last thing I would really love to do. So the entire idea with this door was I wanted a door I could open with my gloves on, and I wanted a door that didn't go all the way down to the ground because the fox is gonna go under the fence. So trying to get the fox not to go under this fence is the real challenge. I have like big sheets of wire mesh. I feel like it would be better to just move a whole sheet. Let's see if we can go find one of those. Just want a simple door that is nice to use on a daily basis. That's easy to carry things in and out of. That's what I'm looking for. If there's one thing I've learned from watching the TV show Alone, it is do not underestimate the fox. Smart little creatures. So I've been watching Freya walk around this area, and she found the fox tracks almost immediately. He's been circling. So I'm thinking that the original fence I installed might not be enough, just because I feel like he's just gonna go right under it. And can't really rely on like it being ice down there because yeah, I don't know how many days it will take for that to happen. So I found this spool of, I think this is called welded wire. I'm not entirely sure. I forget why I even bought this. I think for pouring cement concrete countertops potentially. But I'm thinking if I zip tie this to the other one and then lay it down kind of flat, once the ground thaws, we can cover this with dirt. But I really want our chickens to survive this fox encounter. And I feel like I gotta do everything I can to try and make that happen. So we'll install this wire. We will collect the eggs for today, and then we will call it a day.
All right, the fencing is fully done. I added this like sharp little skirt thing at the bottom all the way around on the inside and then also on the outside here, doubled it up. And it seems like this will make it significantly more challenging for the fox to get in here. I don't think it could be 100% fox-proof until this metal is buried in the ground, but it's definitely significantly better. And the chickens seem pretty happy and safe. So, yeah.
Okay. I gotta show you how this turned out. Lou has been working so hard on our new chicken coop fence. It feels honestly so nice to have this secure setup for them. The other one was working like I feel like it held up for so long. We weren't really sure how the chickens would do down here, but it was so nice to actually get a better setup for them. And we've also had issues where the chickens kind of like fly out when they get spooked if a car drives by. So I think having the higher fence.
When I had the birthday present.
You gave them a birthday present? Wow, chickens just got a birthday present. And it just feels so nice to be in here with them. Having animals, I think, has brought us so much joy, and I feel sad that we lost a couple. I feel like I wish we had gotten this better set up for them earlier, but in the end, like, it's now set up, and we've learned so many lessons up here that Lou and I have been talking about that a lot. It's like, we've been here for 3 years, and I think it's like every winter we just get a little bit better at doing winter, like figuring out what kind of tires the cars need to have, now how to protect the chickens. Like, we're just learning so much, and it's like winter is kind of like an intense experience up here. It's just been such a cold winter, but I feel it lifting. Like, today is 40 after we've just had weeks and months of like 10 degrees, 0 degrees, 2 degrees. Oh, you're gonna scoop some water for them? And so to feel that like energy lifting, to start seeing things melting. I don't know if it will stay because you never know, like, it can get cold again. Really is a magical moment making it to spring. Like, you forget in the darkness of winter that spring is coming, and now it's here, and you're like, oh, we made it! That wasn't so bad. We got all the way here.
So literally, as I was filming this video, I feel like spring has started and the snow under the fence is starting to melt. So I cut down a bunch of birch trees and I lined logs all around the bottom of the fence. It's not a perfect solution, but I'm hoping that it at least makes it a little bit more challenging to get in here. It's honestly kind of funny because I feel like I really thought this was going to be a temporary location for the coop, but as with a lot of things that I do, it's turning out to be a little less than temporary. I think I didn't really realize how convenient the spring water would be, and ultimately it's way less effort to hike down here and get eggs than it is to have the coop right next to the shipping containers and haul water manually by hand to the coop. Eggs are lighter than water, kind of makes sense. But yeah, it was nice having the chickens near the house. I feel like aesthetically it was really fun, but this is right next to the driveway, so we see them literally every day, and it's just way more convenient. So this is where they're gonna stay for a while until we have a better water system somewhere else. I'll set up a bunch of hunting cameras so we can keep an eye on this situation, but for now, I would say temporarily fixed. We'll see.
So we'll see what our little cameras pick up in the night.
I can't contain my excitement about meal prep and the cookbook I'm working on. I'm hoping it will be ready for you in the next couple of months. And if you're excited about meal prep too, about the idea of having more time, more mental space freed up, and being able to feed yourself and your loved ones with less time in the kitchen and more flavor in your meals, please sign up at wildweroam.com/new cookbook, and I'll send you a little email all about the project. I'm so grateful we get to work with Squarespace because this platform really does make website creation and store management so much easier. I don't know anything about building websites, coding, none of that, but I was able to put together this follow-up email for when you sign up for our new cookbook in less than 30 minutes, which was mostly just time of me writing the words. Their email campaigns tool is so simple to use, yet I love the elegant look of the final product. Now, when you sign up, there's a lovely little email that will be automatically sent to you without me having to do anything. It's all automated. If you'd like to start your own online store or business, head to squarespace.com/wildweroam for a free trial and 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks so much for watching this video. We're so grateful for all of your support always.